Hello and welcome to this inner child group healing. This is Rachel Chamness at soundwavesheal.com, and I'm really honored to be doing this healing for all of you. The music in the background is by Josh Bergin, Bergin, and it's called Rose Quartz. Now I'm going to pause this recording in the silent parts as I set up the crystal grid. To begin, we call in all of our guides and helpers. I call in the north with Earth, Archangel Uriel, with golden light and with ruby red light, with peace, with problem solving, with earthly elementals, and all other tools and teams at his disposal to stand in the north and transmute all lower frequencies into love. We'll bring that color of his angel fire light into our bodies, ruby red and gold. Then we call on the south Archangel Michael to transmute all lower frequency energies to love in the south. We ask him to use his flaming blue sword of truth and light to cut all cords, release all attachments and stories, and anything else keeping us from healing our inner child today. Bring in that sapphire blue light into your body and allow him to do his work on you. Then we call in Gabriel in the west with water, transmuting all lower frequencies to love. Bringing in diamond light, bringing in his tools and his teams, including his diamond light dragons. Bringing in all water, elementals and beings. Bringing this diamond white light like a waterfall from the very top, way above our heads, all chakras in the energy field, and rinsing each one clear. And we thank him. In the east, we call the element of air. I'm burning some sage. We call in Archangel Raphael, his emerald green light, standing in the east for healing, bringing that light into our body, using air to raise our frequency and our vibration, calling in his tools of healing, his teams, including Archangel Ariel, to help us, as well as all beings of the air, including the condor and the eagle and all elementals and helpers. We call anyone else on the horizontal plane of the highest light that would like to assist us with this inner child group healing. We call all ancestors who will help us all. We call in all spirit guides, all spirit animals, all totem animals. We call in all elementals, the highest light, which is those that we know. We call in our galactical starseed helpers of the highest light. In fact, we only call in the highest light beings, for no lower frequencies are allowed within our energy field ever, and we do not participate with speaking or communicating with lower vibrational frequencies unless it is by our choice and for the highest light and good of all. We also intend that we shall use only high light for helping others, and that we shall never intend to harm another person, being, thing, or ourselves. We ask to stand in our vulnerability to really heal this inner child healing, to participate with our higher selves. For I am not doing the work alone, and many of you are actually healers or light workers. I feel your presence coming into this room, and the vibration is getting very, very high. And I also include myself in this healing. I feel with your help, I will also heal more of anything else I need to heal in my inner child. This healing is intended to help as much as possible. If there is anything that feels unhealed after this healing, it is possible you need some individual realization and help. Possibly you just need to work on it yourself, or perhaps you need help. And if you do, I'd love to help you. And you might want a follow-up session, or you might feel that this has completely healed you. Either way, I would love to hear what you do feel. I also ask that this be a gentle healing, and if it is going to be strong, that it take its time to implement, so that we do not experience any negative detox effects. So just as much as we can handle, and you can make an intention now when listening to this video of how much you can handle. If you'd like to get through it faster, or you'd like to get through it in a way that doesn't affect your daily life so much. But I always recommend that after you have a session with me, that you treat yourself well, you expect some detox, you expect to be tired, and to treat yourself in that instance by resting and doing what you can. Drink plenty of water. Take a salt bath if you need to. Take several. Pamper yourself. Allow time for healing and introspect. Thinking about some of these things that we are going to do. Now I'm going to pause now as I do a little more prep. I have activated all Reiki, light language, mediumship, of course, is always activated, and what I call liquid Reiki Sound Healing. I see a lot of fairy activity outside right now, actually. These two forks are DNA forks for healing of the DNA. All right, now I will begin clearing the energy field. Here we ask, since it's a group healing, for Archangel Michael and Archangel Raziel and the goddess Hecate to come and remove anything in the energy field that does not belong. Any spiritual attachments, I command, must be transmuted with the help of the angels and through divine love now. Released from the energy field. Now, for clearing of psychic implants. If any of these terms don't make sense, I have blog posts about them at soundwavesheal.com about psychic implants and things like that. Entities. They are dissolved, and we use the violet flame to fill the voids behind, that were left behind. And now we clear the auric fields. So this is how I start every session, especially my remote sessions, is by clearing these things. So I just go into order. Now we unplug every single person from the 3D matrix, plugging them instead into Gaia's 5th dimensional earth grid. So any tendrils remaining in the 3D, we ask that they be unplugged. We ask to remove the stories that hurt our inner children, our inner child. Our wounded inner child, our wounds, our inner child wounds, What are the stories from this group now and the future that need to be removed now? I am not worthy. I am not good enough. No one loves me. No one cares about me. These are all stories, so we're removing them and igniting them into the flame and releasing them. And so this is just a small part of negative. I want you to just breathe and release. If it helps, if you're feeling triggered by these words, you can say ho'oponopono, which is, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Over and over. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And if you can't remember it, you can just say, I love you, I love you, I love you. So I'll go to the rest of the stories. There's just not enough time for me, is one. We release that. I'm damaged. We release that. I'm unfixable. We'll release that. I come last is released. I don't believe is released. Okay. And that's what we're releasing now. Now I will be going to your root chakra and clearing. Archangel Gabriel assisting. I look here for a past life that can be released. Perhaps it's a shared past life where these things happen in groups, or perhaps it's one that affects most of you or enough of you. So when we release past lives, we release their hold on this life. The first thing that comes in is all lives of slavery. I have been releasing a lot of slavery lives lately out of people. And so they're saying I can do this. So releasing all slavery lives from all of the guests here today and in the future. Ooh, this is a Syrian being. Her name is Totus. She's blue skin and she doesn't look to have any hair on top of her head. She's got geometric shapes all over her. I'm not sure if they're tattoos or what. But she's beautiful. And she's very strong, high vibrational. Okay. I can see straight out to my backyard, and there is a lot of activity right now, more than normal, of squirrels and birds come to lend their help. And they're saying this past life is released from you. So we go to the sacral chakra, the sexual chakra, creative chakra, and this will need a lot of clearing for inner child work for anyone who was molested or had sexual trauma, and maybe other trauma as well. So mermaids coming in for this. Got one name, Atsila. Now we release all vows that keep us from shining in our highest light, especially in regards to clearing and healing our inner child. We ask that all vows that we have made that are negatively affecting us in this way be released now from every plane of existence that our soul has ever been. And while we're there, we call back all of our energy back to our soul, and we release any energy in our energy field which is not ours. And we ask Archangel Michael to step forth again and cut all cords, pull out any hooks or anything else in our field, just someone else's energy. We should not have energetic cords to anyone because they are draining of your light and can cause many problems. Thank you, Archangel Michael. I'm going to do a healing for sexual trauma in this chakra for all who need it. And it can help you even if you don't think you need it. So, this is a big white dragon, very big, glorious white light. They'd like me to continue this healing by taking a break on moving on. I'm going to stay on this chakra for a little bit and do some healing with tuning forks. These are the healing forks, solfeggio 528 and 432. We ask to heal as many wounds as we can on this chakra for this healing. And that if there are more layers, the attendees can listen a second time and be healed more. I choose to accept the background sound of my son running up and down the stairs as light language, like drums. That's how they felt to me, so I don't think that they're a bad thing. We ask all light language to come in and clear this chakra, clear this heaviness, this anything that keeps us from our creativity here that has to do with the inner child. And they ask that I use some more solfeggio frequency. Here's 174 for reduction of pain, including mental, emotional, promotes healing in the body, releases stress, helps you concentrate. Then we're going to move to 285. Promotes healing and grounds your energy. So make sure you're still grounded. Ooh. little congested, so I apologize. I just saw a big fluff pass by the window, very much a sign from a fairy. I invite all the fairies in if you're not here already. Oh, I see him. Now, this is very good. 396, transforming grief to joy, eliminating fear, anxiety, releasing blocks. We ask that all blocks be removed that keep us from healing the inner child. Blocks on our path. This is an Aborigine from our planet who's here in spirit helping out. Looks very tribal. And has been in spirit for a very long time and is connected to the Pleiades. Just telling me what they're telling me. 417 Hertz, transmutation, releasing and transforming trauma, removes negative energy. This is a group of Pleiadians assisting. Now we're going to do 639 Hertz, creates a deeper connection to your higher self, promotes harmonious relationships, enhances communication, understanding, tolerance, and love. We ask for this help with our inner child especially. Connect us to our higher selves with a deeper connection. Help us understand others with tolerance and love. Improve our relationships. Help heal or bring to a healing any relationships that are harmed by our wounded inner child. I now see all your wounded inner children. They're gathered around me. I see all your inner children. Imagine your inner child as your wounded inner child. And if you would like to imagine the ones of your families and that you have included, you can do that as well. And perhaps they look a little sad, very sad. Maybe they look a little bedraggled, or like their clothes are old or limp or dirty or stained, or their hair is limp, or they don't look as bright as they should be. And so now we're going to bring in the unicorns, which are as high light as angels, and they're opalescent light. The unicorns are very present with us lately and very present for this type of healing. They're going to bring in their unicorn healing energy, which I see as an opalescent healing energy. And some of them are bringing the Mahatma energy from Atlantis, which is a similar energy, but instead of flecks of color, it's more like streaks is what it looks like to me. Might look different to you. I'm going to bring that down, all this light on all the inner children, the wounded inner children. And in this light, you'll see your child, your wounded inner child, begin to perk up, clear up. Everything freshens. They look clean and taken care of. They don't look neglected. You see their heart centers glowing pink, pink, pink for love, for loving themselves. You see angels and helpers and unicorn light all around them, bolstering their self-esteem, bolstering their knowledge that they are one of Source, one of God, one of all, and that they are just as important as every other piece of Source, of the universe, of God, however you want to think of it. You are as important as every other being of the light. So now they're dressed in whatever you see, their Sunday best, or their perfect play clothes, or just as they wish to be. And they look clean and well cared for. They hold the light of their higher selves. They hold the light of true self-love. And now you see also the green light of love that they can now direct out towards others. Now we move to the solar chakra. Here comes all the fairies that were waiting. So we're bringing in all these elementals who wish to help. I see elves, gnomes, I see some giants. I think they're waiting for something else. Leprechauns. I see all kinds of fairies here, and nature beings, earth elementals. All right. They're bringing in the light of the central sun to this solar chakra and clearing it, bringing understanding of your role in this universe so that you understand how important you are in this light path and in this ascension journey. We would like to release any guilt here. They're saying releasing guilt. I'm going to use I have a fork for this. It is number 417. Releasing guilt. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Do you know what that means? It means that it's easy to look back at your earlier self and say you made huge mistakes, because now you have learned from those mistakes and now you see the difference, but you didn't see it then. It was making the mistake that taught you that. And so we have to release these self-incriminations of the past by saying, I did the best I could with what I knew at the time. And so it is. Alright, I have a Hathor here. Not the goddess, but a galactical being. Lots of galactical beings with you all. Hanso toikaidu tusinaya ho dayalahi amana ho ayat tutskargidi amano tusi alayeti alayono ianandukuzi hey nayadu tatsatsay ayat tutudigalani anatuti atatuskadin ayushitsare ana daya I am the Zigiana, Hi, go to heat, hi, hi, ha, do, di, si, I, oh, da, ya, ya, chuko, chuko, si, ya, ha, na, do, do. Okay, we move to the heart chakra. Have Archangel Ariel here, sending a lot of light green light, pale green, into this chakra. And I see Raphael on the other side, sending his emerald green, upgrading your heart chakra. If it's not already on the 5th or the 6th dimension, then we ask that it do so now, whatever's best for you. If you're already got your heart chakra higher, we ask that it can be healed as much as possible on the highest frequency as it can be at this time. All right. Then we go to your 4th dimensional high heart chakra. For when you can truly love yourself is when no one else can trigger you, and you can now learn to love everyone deeply, no matter who they are. And see the world through love. And through there, that's how you get to the 5th dimension, or to ascension. So I ask for this help, for this crew. I like that, I'll call you the crew. Asking for that help to upgrade our high heart chakras, to understand our part in the universe and our love, our higher self, all our helpers, how much we are loved in this universe, even if we don't see it in our everyday lives, how much we are never alone, how much we should esteem ourselves, not through the ego, but through the understanding that we are one of all, and that we are important and we aren't small or insignificant. And to understand that we are worthy of our love. We are worthy of many things, that we have many talents and gifts, that we have so many cheerleaders cheering us on in the form of spirit guides and helpers. And that we are doing a very important thing here in this hard 3rd dimensional life. And to be able to see with 0 point energy, or the 5th dimensional standpoint, however you want to think of it, to be able to see your life right now, see it from a higher perspective and understand it. That your job in this life is to understand how important you are. To get past the 3rd dimensional drama, heaviness, despair, fear, hate, and heaviness. I mean, really, they show me like being dragged down by all this darkness. Release it. There's nothing to fear. This is a temporary life. And even should you pass from this one, you would have many more lives to choose from, and you would not be sad. And fear has no place in our world. And that is what we've come to learn. We must all turn towards love. Okay, now we're going to the throat chakra. Asking for communication. The communication we ask from Archangel Azrael. Though he is known as the Archangel of Death, he is also the Archangel of Communication. And he can put words in your mouth when you need to say just the right thing. When we ask for his help and the help of Archangel Gabriel, a communications archangel as well, in relationships. We ask for their help for standing in our power, standing up for ourselves, for speaking our needs and wants, and letting ourselves be heard. It is very important. We are done with playing small, and it's time to step into the power of the self. Divine inner child wants to come out and play. Have some fun, say what you need, and know that it is an important part of your process. I have a blog post called How to Communicate with Archangel Gabriel, something like that. How to speak to someone with Archangel Gabriel's help. Something like that on my blog posts. And that can give you a great technique of how to talk to someone who's hard to talk to. And now I'm going to the pineal gland, needs some clearing. I have another blog post about how to clear your pineal gland, pineal, however you want to say it. No fluoride. Cut fluoride out of your water and out of your life so that you can ascend to higher dimensions and open your psychic powers. Psychic powers are part of our makeup, and you can open them, and they are not scary. You can learn how to use them in a way that only benefits your everyday life. Hearing from your spirit guides and knowing what's best for you can help you move easily through life, and is how we're supposed to learn to live our lives. So some gentle pineal gland clearing here. Now I'm clearing your ear chakras for better clairaudience. Working on your third eye now. We renounce all dark magic. Any past life, or even in this life, if we have touched on dark magic, black magic, lower frequency, soul serving, personal serving magic, we ask that it be released from us. Now, we release the guilt, and we release the fear, and we release the ties. And so it is. In any past life with magic where we misused it, we all have this, we release it now. That was powerful. Okay, now I'll move to the crown chakra. Beautiful. Now I'll go behind the head, the sixth dimension Alta Major chakra. Clearing it and opening it in the way that needs to be open for the fifth dimension, connecting it to our fifth dimensional time transcendence chakra, and disconnecting it from any matrix if you are still connected to the matrix in that way. And connecting it to the third eye, to the pineal gland, to the throat, to the crown chakra, on a sacred geometric pattern for opening the senses. Then going to your causal chakra, balance of male and female energy, and lately full of unicorn power. Bringing that in, bringing in that balance, bringing in that light from the central sun, bringing in the Christ light, bringing in the divine feminine energies, and giving that balance that you'll need in this life, especially for your inner child, especially if you're a woman. You need to really balance that. But even if you're a man, it doesn't matter. We all need the same balance of divine female, divine male energy, and the release of toxic female, toxic male energy. Releasing it, releasing it. Moving to the soul star chakra, the seat of the soul, where we carry all our memories, where we carry all our information, where we carry our higher self. Bring in all the light there. Moving up to the time transcendence chakra, or 8th chakra, astral traveling with this chakra and the Alta Major. These are the two astral travel. Now, does anyone here have a rip? If you have a rip in your time transcendence chakra, you could have a lot of nightmares. So I ask at this time, individually, for all of those who have a tear in their 8th chakra, their time transcendence chakra, that the seraphim and the angels go and clean them up, sew them up, clearing the whole thing with angel fire, and then removing the evidence that there ever was anything there, restoring it to whole. And you may listen to this again and have this repaired if you ever come into that problem of nightmares, of astral dreams, which is something that can happen. Now to the stellar gateway. Archangel Metatron here. Hocho. He reminds me that I did not finish the call in the beginning. I called all the horizontal plane, but not the vertical. But it doesn't matter, because there is no such thing as time. And so we ask him now to stand above us with ethos, with spirit, with the activation of ascension, with his ascension, golden ascension grid, and his orange light, to bring that down into the heart to anchor it. And then we call from below, Sandalphon, Gaia, Archangel Shekinah, bringing that silver light up and anchoring it into the heart. Combining these gold and silver lights and then pushing them out to go to our whole auric field so that we are now in a web of this light. This ascended light all around us. Thank you, Metatron, for reminding me. And of course, Metatron standing above and Sandalphon below for transmutation of all our frequency energies to love. We also ask for clearing of the Earth Star chakra down. We go on the Earth Star chakra below the feet of all attendees. And clearing that, connecting them to their soul space there. And any other realms open in that space, such as the void, ascended middle earth, and Gaia's gateway. But there's cleared as well, your entrance there, if you are at that point. Then above the stellar gateway, way above the head again, we now clear this 6th dimensional chakra here. I don't have a name for it. The next one, which is the monad star, I believe. There's sometimes 2 more above that, so we'll clear those as well. And these higher dimensional ones don't need much clearing usually. So now I'm just clearing any other chakras in the field that need to be cleared, personal chakras. If you have other extra chakras, some of you do, clearing them as well. Okay. All right, now we can get to the inner child healing a little more specifically. Now I have pulled many, many cards for you all. So this is the reading portion. And of course, there'll be more healing. The first cards I'll always pull are from the Whispers of Healing deck. This is a beautiful elemental deck. And I asked the question, what needs to be healed? And they told me to take 2 cards. And we got Modify and Compassion. So let me ask about Modify. Is this about modifying yourself? No. It's quite the opposite. What needs to be healed is your thoughts, or erroneous thoughts, I should say, that you do need to modify yourself for other people, for you do not. You are a perfect being in the way that you are. And it's time to accept the shadow side, the imperfect side. It's there for a reason. And to be your weird self. So if you feel like you're strange, or you're weird, you're starseed, you're a light worker, you're not like everybody else, well, here's your tribe. Of course, we're here to bring this planet into the 5th dimension. Of course, we're not like people of the past on this planet. We come here with a mission, and it's not going to be that easy, but we're doing it. Pat yourself on the back. Here's a healing for this instinct, or erroneous instinct, to modify yourself, to tamper yourself, to change the way you say things for others. And so it is. We say to burn a little more sage here. And so I will. The next card is Compassion. And as soon as I pulled it, I heard compassion for the self. Compassion for the self. I'm going to burn some rosemary bundle with roses too. Compassion for the self. You are compassionate for others, but do you extend that compassion for yourself? Do you? There's a healing for that. I see your inner children again. And they all look so divine. And they're clapping. They're so excited. Yes, let's heal this. You are a product of yourself, dear one. You are a product of your upbringing. You are a product of your childhood, of what was around you and who interacted with you, and you are a product of that. And so, of course, there will be some problems. That is how it works for all humans on your planet. And you must rise above it. You must find the triggers and heal them. And you must step into a more divine version of your inner child, fully integrated into your body, fully see it and know it. For you are a divine child of light, and for you are here for divine purpose. And so have compassion for yourself when you mess up, when you make a mistake, when you fall into old patterns, when you are triggered, and remind yourself that this is just because of the way that you grew up, or perhaps many, many years these patterns continued in your life. And now you are here to change them, to come into your true being, to come into your heart center, and even when you bring that love to others, to bring it to yourself with compassion. Of course I reacted that way. Of course I did. And now it is highlighted so that I can heal it. Well, that was not me. That was Our Lady, also known as Mary Magdalene on this earth, known as Our Lady in the Temple of Isis in Avalon or Atlantis. And that's her message to you, and she's absolutely right. We have to say, well, of course I acted that way. I mean, you know, even if you had a perfect childhood, you were still impressed upon by the language of the earth, the memories of the earth, and other people who do not have a perfect childhood. And honestly, that's why you can't have had a perfect childhood, because even if your parents were great, were wonderful, never made a mistake, which I don't think is possible, because we all make mistakes, but you weren't alone, were you? There are many other people in your life, and there are many ideas that you picked up. It's time to release. It's time to release. You're here for a reason, so this does apply to you. Picked a card from the, what's this called? Children's Spirit Animal Cards. And I asked for a message from the inner child, and I got hummingbird, cheer up. And I thought, well, that's obvious. Am I really supposed to tell them to cheer up? Maybe I was distracted when I pulled this card. So I put it back in the deck. I knocked on it. I concentrated. What does the inner child want to say to this group? And then I picked the hummingbird. Of course I did. So the hummingbird, cheer up. So here's what the book says. Model optimistic thinking by saying such things as, let's make the best of this situation. Or, well, at least we have blank. Okay, optimism. Optimism is certainly our friend. Why not make the best of the situation? You know, every bad thing that's ever happened to you definitely brought you to a better situation. Everything bad that's ever happened to you has brought you to something better. And if you take anything wonderful in your life and you trace it back to how you got there, you'll come to something that was painful, hard, terrible, worst part of your life. And you'll see that from there is how you got to this great place. So, train our brains to be more optimistic. Okay? Release pessimism. We ask that pessimism be released from this group. I feel this is really actually very strong here, so let's release it. Let's decide to release it. Can you let go of pessimism? It doesn't have to be the only way that you're funny. I heard that. That's what someone just said. It doesn't have to be the only way to be funny. You don't have to put yourself down to be funny. Actually saw a butterfly for that, and it wasn't a fairy. Be playful or goofy for no reason. Absolutely. Please. That's the inner child that wants to come out. And more from the book, tell a funny story or read a humorous book. And make it a point to comfort your child with love when they are feeling badly. So if you're a parent that will also apply to you. All right. The next card I pulled was from the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle cards by Kyle Gray, and it is Star Gathering. Stars aligned, remembering home, soul family. Let's see if I can bring an ambassador who can speak to you about this. There is someone here. I asked if it's the director. No, it's he's like, I'm the ambassador. And he's male? Okay. I was hoping it would be a woman, but that's all right. As you say on your planet, the stars are aligned. This is the moment that your star family would like to send a beam of love to your heart. Take this moment to take a deep breath and feel that love from the universe, from your starseed helpers, from your past lives on other planets or other planes, and let it grow in your heart now. We love you. We are proud of you. You are brave. Thank you for coming to this existence, for learning these things, these hard things, for the collective. We look forward to your report. We watch you eagerly, and we send help anytime you ask. We are always here for you, and we are nearby. Please call on us. Let us help you. Ask. Okay, this is Rachel. You might have already known that, but now you're reminded. And then I picked a card from the Kyle Gray deck, Keepers of the Light. I like this deck. It's very much Illumined Masters. And what I say about Ascended Masters is that they're really Illumined Masters. I mean, we know these incredible beings that walk the earth like Jesus or Buddha, but that's not really who they were. That was their human life. And they are divine beings of light. They're illumined beings who came to earth. And in this deck, it gives you quite a lot of them, and I like them. So I like it. I picked the White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. I love this being. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. I'm going to call him forward to bring the liquid Reiki Sound Healing through me to heal you of a personal family wound or pattern that can be healed now. And those of you who joined as a family will really feel this doubly. A brother and sister, or mom and kids, dad and kids. Venus is here now, sending so much love and self-love and help with the Hathors as well. Sending so much love so that you can be healed here of these wounds. I see more Mahatma energy coming through. I have 4 more cards for you. I picked from Work Your Light deck, Rebecca Campbell. This is what I call the Lightworker deck. The Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. I'm going to ask now that you begin to truly understand this, that someone make themselves known to you, either through spirit signs or through your mediumship, so that you can truly understand that you are not alone, so that you can see or know or sense or hear or feel spirit guide, a helper that you have in this realm. And if you know plenty, then I ask that a new one be revealed. I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Okay. Now the next one is from the Mermaids and Dolphin deck of, well, of an unpopular person, but it was made in beautiful light, and it's one of my favorite decks. So, more information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. When I pulled this card, I was like, oh, great. I don't want to give them this message. And so I said, what does this mean? Do they need more help with the inner child? So I'm going to bring this mermaid in to see what the message is. I don't know what the message is yet. She's on the card. Oh, no. This healing is very strong and helpful and healing, and will heal many. And it will illuminate more. So she's saying, and she kind of showed me like a week, let this might take a while to truly integrate into you, so give it a few weeks. But then if it really illuminates, like you're feeling way better, but then it's like there's something that keeps popping in your mind. That's something that needs to be healed. I mean, I can't just heal, like decades of abuse in this. Perhaps you're physically abused, emotionally abused, mentally abused, sexually abused. I can heal quite a lot here in this session, but perhaps there's more that you need. And if so, contact an expert. Of course, I can help, but whoever it is that you want to go to, just go to someone and receive the help that you need. Sometimes you need an extra ear. Okay. So, I have these Moses forks. I am that I am. These are great for manifestation, so that's what we're going to use them for. So I want you right now to just, if you already know what it is that you need a little more help with, or you don't know, we're just going to manifest that perfect help for you, for whoever it is that needs to help you with these forks, okay? Okay. I know that you'll find the perfect help that you need. Okay, synchronicity is next. This is also from the Mermaids and Dolphins card, and I was just kidding. It's from Doreen Virtue. She renounced all these cards, but they still hold such a high vibration. This is my favorite deck. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So some of you are mediums, because you're my students. I know that a lot of you are mediums. And some of you may not feel aligned with that idea that you have psychic gifts, but you do have them. Everyone has them. And if you don't feel like you get signs, if you don't feel like you can talk to your guides, or that you get words or understand things that you truly understand, then you can ask for signs instead. And that's what this card is about. Ask for signs. I talk about this all the time. Spirit guides and spirit signs. How to ask for signs. You even have a blog post, of course, on it. Then you got this beautiful card, Happy, Happy. And I think it's perfect that it's our last card. I've been working on you for about an hour and a half. Happy, Happy. Find that happiness in your life. I hope that this healing is illuminated where you needed to release to find joy and to find happiness. And I get that it will. You should feel lighter. And if you need anything or you have a question about any of this, feel free to contact me on my website or email or social media. Well, thank you so much for coming. I'm truly honored that you trusted me in this way, and I hope that you will let me know how you feel. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I'm Rachel Chamness at soundwavesheal.com. I love to help lightworkers trans-channel messages, light, and healing in higher dimensions. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow on social media.
And consider checking out my Tag Lightworkers monthly mentorship program.